is Engineer Subhendu Kumar Patnaik, Deputy Director, Pathani Samanta Planetarium, Bhubaneswar, and an avid astronomer, and also a lover of lot of astronomical workshops and also basic physics workshops also. And he has the credit of having a SOFL lecture in our SOFL series of orations. So we are very happy to have you amongst us. And as you know, under the G20 Jan Bhagidari Karyakrams, there were a lot of events going on in all the districts of Odisha, and Shiksha and Anusandhan University was given the charge of 3 districts, Balangir, Mayurbhanj and Keonjhar, and we launched the program on April 1st with rally and elocution competitions. Then lot of other competitions went on for 2 weeks, and today we have a seminar, online seminar, and today's topic is future of work. So just let me introduce about the topic for 2 minutes, then I will give the platform to today's speaker. Actually, the theme of future of work needs for continuous skilling, reskilling, and upskilling, because as you know, there are a lot of new technology that are emerging, like deep tech with a focus on advanced technology in future of work, such as artificial intelligence, automation, machine learning, transforming logistics with a special thrust and coastal economies, and their infrastructure and skill architecture and governance models. So basically, as you know, in every generations, there is this future of work concept, because a lot of new technology will be emerging, and our skills has to be updated with an eye to the emerging technology. Otherwise, you will become dinosaurs, and that's why continuous skilling, reskilling, and upskilling is required. So we will be listening to today's speaker about this future of work. So with these words, I again welcome today's speaker to this webinar on future of work. Sir, please.
Thank you, Dr. Nachiketa. I think I am audible.
Yes, you are audible. Please.
Sometime I want to share my screen also for a presentation. So before that, I'll just have 1 or 2 points to supplement what Professor Nachiketa has already mentioned. The future of work is a topic that is nowadays being discussed everywhere, and people are thinking that we may lose job. We are going very rapidly towards automation or towards artificial intelligence. A lot of discussion, lot of things has been going on around the world. Just let me share my screen first. Yes, is my screen visible?
The screen is not visible.
Just I have given the sharing. Just say, oh, I have to choose the, okay, just a minute. Window screen. Okay.
Yes, now it is visible.
Thank you. So there are a lot of discussion going on for future of work. So the future of work is a topic that has been gained significant attention in recent years due to the rapid advancement of technology and automation. Automation has not only become more widespread in recent years, it has also become finer and more sophisticated. When day by day we are getting more sophisticated things, more miniature things, and technology is changing very fast and very frequently. Industrial robots are now outfitted with additional sensing. They have highly very sensitive sensors are being used in the robots and many other fields also. And the process control, transmission, working of data, all these things has revolutionized in during this very few years. So the future of work has just changed actually. The work pattern has just changed. We have, from the labors and other parts, we are now shifted towards automation, work from home, and working from other different places. So a lot of things are we are going doing it, and that is being supplemented or helped with our network, Wi-Fi, internet. All those things are being done, and this has become possible because of networking, fast networking. Now we are switching for 5G and all those things. The way we work is changing very rapidly, and this trend of technology is shaping our future, and it will change very rapidly within very short span of time. So let me first define what is work. What do we mean by work? If you go to a dictionary or go to a English dictionary, it will say that it's a exertion of effort directed to produce or accomplish something. That means we have to do something, and that is called work. We every day we are doing work, lots of work, lots and lots of work. Work is always linked with productivity and operative activities. Like when we talk about the any work, we say that he has worked for 8 hours, or he has produced so many of saris, say, or so many of items within so many hours. So work is always related with the productivity. It is always linked with the productivity. But in the modern era, everyone needs to work. We have to work and work fast, intelligently, and efficiently. So we can accomplish this work in two ways: by hard work, that is more effort and laborious, or intelligent work. We can work intelligently so that we can produce more in less time, less effort. That is what we are now switching towards. And this intelligent work can be accomplished or can be done by use of sophisticated equipments, various equipments. Even now, we are initially doing farming by bullock and plow. But now we are invented tractors, and tractors are being revolutionized. They are getting bigger, smaller, and the tractors are now doing a lot of things. If you see, they are pumping water. They can do anything on farming. So similarly, these things are now being utilized or being done with technology and software and different apps. We are controlling, means we are now switching for different kind of controlling systems also. So I have just when I was preparing for this talk, I got a very good snippet from the way the future of work refers to an informed perspective on what business and other organizations need to know about the work and what could shift. That means given digitization and other trends, we are changing trends very fast.
There is a noise actually coming from your side or from here?
Okay, just I'll check it. Give me a minute. I'll just maybe, is it echo?
No, some sound is still there.
Just I'll try to minimize this.
No.
I'll just sorry. Maybe I have to reduce my this. Is it okay now?
No, still a background noise is still there.
Background noise. all of everybody should mute their microphones. Is there anyone
Yes,
who has
the
not muted?
admin, please switch off all other microphones.
I think it is okay now.
Still, let me check it. Just wait. Is it from my system or? No, you one thing you do. Otherwise, you can exit and then you can enter. Na? The sound
From
is
my
still.
side, I have done.
No, because from here, from other systems also the sound is not coming.
Okay. Should I leave and again rejoin?
Yes. Please
Okay.
leave and join.
Okay. Just.
ପିଲା ତ 53 କେତେ ହେଲେଣି ବୋଧେ ନାଇଁ କୁଆଡେ ଯାଇଛି ପ୍ରତି ପିଲା ଯୋଗାଡ଼ କରି ଏ DSW କୁଆଡେ ସେ ତ ରିପୋର୍ଟ ଦେଇ ସାରିଲେଣି 250 ବୋଲି ଆଉ
Is it okay now?
Yes.
Okay, I can continue now.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'll just
from the snippets.
Okay, I'll go there.
Snippet from the wave.
Okay. So when I was searching for the talk and I'm going through the web, I got a snippet from the web.
And you share the screens. You share the screen.
Oh, okay. Just I'm not share this. Yeah.
Yes. Now it's okay.
Okay. The future of work refers to an informed perspective on what business and other organizations need to know about how work could shift. That means now we are shifting our work environment, work culture, and work strategies. So given that we are now rapidly digitizing, we are changing trends, and plus how workforce and workplaces can be prepared for those challenges and changes, big or small, and face the unknown challenges in the future. There are a lot of unknown challenges in the field of work is going to come. So you should be prepared for this. Let me just summarize that the evolution of work. During the ancient time, we are doing a lot of physical work, and that work has been, we called it labors. We relied on basic tools. Tools were developed gradually, and we are using some few basic tools. But when industrial evolution came, during the industrial evolution, the introduction of mass production and assembly lines came up. So that time we started doing assembling things, and lot of mass productions were needed depending upon our requirements. The population has grown so much up to that industrial evolution that we needed things to be reproduced in a quantity, mass quantity. And next came the age of information. During the age of information, that brought changes on automation. We relied on automation, computerization, and to simplify our work, we use a lot of softwares, and basing on that, we develop hardwares also. And during the modern time, Now we are using the cloud technology. That means all the information, all the data is stored at one particular place. Throughout the world, we have a cloud computing system. So at our fingertip, we have lot of informations, lot of knowledge at just click of a button. That is now what we are doing, and we are progressing very fast towards that things. And if we go for the equipment and levers, from hand tools to machines. Now we were initially using hand tools, then machines were invented, then automation of equipments were done, then robots came in all the fields, robots and artificial intelligence came in. But there is one thing we are still having, that is the human touch. All the work requires a human touch. Without the human intervention or human touch, we cannot progress much. So that human touch will always be necessary and required in the field of work. Whatever we do, whatever we progress, but we need the human touch. The rapid advancement of technology and automation has just started. We have automation has entered all the field, in almost all the fields, but uh, that automation also requires some human to control them, to guide those automation systems, and to look into these automation developments also. And evolution of technology has just changed our life in last few decades. We have revolutionized everything, starting from a small sewing machine to complicated mobile phones, laptops, robots, whatever field you want, aeroplanes, rockets, satellites, name it, anything and everything. We have just revolution in revolution those things in within last couple of decades, and technology has evolved like anything, and it is also changing very fast, very frequently, and that is why people are now afraid that we may lose our job because of this technological evolution and advancement. But let's find out some figures, see some figures what we have done. We have just moved from farming based civilization to service-based economy now. During 15th century, we have farming. Basically, we had farmings, but during 18th century, the industrial revolution came. It started in Europe and other continents, and then it spread to all over the world. The industrial revolution has changed our lifestyle. Initially, we were only requiring food and doing work for the food. But during the industrial revolution, we started our work, or we changed our life so that work is to be reduced, and we try to rest, or we try to enjoy our life. That is what happened during 18th century. And after 1951, when this internet and all those things started in a big way, when people started using, then the service industry came up. So everything, everywhere we needed service. So that even if a farmer is doing the farming, he needs some service to produce his components or his products and to sell those things in other parts of the world. So now the economy has changed to service based after the industrial revolution in 1950. And if you go for the jobs, or maybe we can relate it with banking, this is a graph of jobs and changing the types of jobs, what we have did. During 18th century, all the jobs were, most of the people were doing farming. Less people were doing banking, teachers or mining, all other things. But now in 2026 or 2023, the farming has just dropped down 15% to just 1% or so, and but other field has just increased. teaching, banking, intelligence thinking, those things have happened. And there is a lot of technical changes that has affected people's differently. We are using the technology in all the fields, as I have already given an introduction. There is a revolution in drone technology. The drone technology is now being utilized in everywhere, for farming, for spraying, for extinguishing fires in the
The
forest.
sound again. Again, there is
Everywhere we are
sound.
doing that. But
Sound
some
is
people,
coming again.
yes, sir,
Sound is again coming.
sound is coming. Is it okay now?
No.
No, I have done nothing though. Is it from any other's computer or so? I'll just again switch off or what? I'll just change the microphone if possible. I'll go to the.
Now it has reduced. Now the sound is reduced.
No, I have switched on off now. Is it okay now?
Now again sound comes.
Okay, I think it is from my side. Okay, now it is okay?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, I think there is a. Okay, fine. Screen is here, na?
Yes.
You can see this here. Okay, now we have changed, technology has changed the way of life of everybody. Be it supermarket, be it farming, be it industry, or be it whatever field you go. But the people who are not using their skill, they are lagging behind. Whether it is affordable or a smartphone, I'll just skip this. Yeah. In India, we have revolutionized. I'll just come to Indian context since we are in India. So in India, we have revolutionized in every field. I'll give few examples because the what we Indian mind is that we do try to do things at a very low cost, and whatever we see the other countries are developed, we immediately try to make a replica or make a similar thing with at a very low cost. I'll give you an example like the sending of satellites to the space. These other countries were spending where they are spending 300 crores of rupees for sending one satellite or one rocket, but Indians can do it with one third of the cost. We say had already launched rocket or Chandrayaan, which is almost 1/5 of the cost of what USA has done. So here Indians have the better ability to do things or change technology at a very low price. There are few things I want to say where we have just revolutionized. I'll just show you. We have invented self-juicing batteries. That means it will charge itself from light. Then iodine last bindis. Whatever field you go, we have a mobile Wi-Fi stickers, 3D printings. We have just launched. Samsung has just launched a phone, mobile phone, which will operate with a different operating system. That operating system also we have done. We have inexpensive augmented reality headsets that we have already developed. Where in USA it cost around $1,000 maybe. Here it is only $100. So similarly, we have rapid capture cameras. That is has revolutionized the all mobile technology in other countries also. They are now using our technology, that is a rapid capture technology. Similarly, extreme low cost mobile smartphones we have developed. With the 5,000 to 6,000, we can have low cost smartphones. Similarly, cloud connected scooters, Wi-Fi providing canes, self-service luggage workstation. In airport now, we have introduced a self-service luggage station. That means you have do not have to check in all your luggages. It will automatically, you just put it, it will automatically stamp and send to your aeroplane. So these are few things I wanted to. There are a lot of things also. That voice recognition banking system. That means for blind people, we have developed a voice recognition banking system. Then distracting bats. We have small device, but that is saving lots of life by when it is installed in the airports. So similarly, we have membrane water filters, robotic burley detections. All those things we have designed. Even one school children had just developed an alternative pedal powered washing machine. That means without any electricity, it can wash. We can wash our. So these are few things in India we have revolutionized our thought. But all these things works are now being developed. It's being talked about artificial intelligence. So people are afraid that all people will lose their job and the machine, which is artificially intelligent, will do all the things. The benefits of artificial intelligence is that artificial intelligence can help us solve some of the biggest problems facing humanity, from climate change and to poverty to health and education. It can change. The challenge of artificial intelligence is that it has potential to change the way of our work. What is which is the basic today's discussion, our life and our thinking. But it is also poses significant ethical and social challenges that need to be addressed. That means if we are going to depend on these artificial intelligence, artificial intelligent equipments, it will it will change our way of life, and that may bring some social hazards and social disturbances also. The future of artificial intelligence is also is bright but unknown. It is bright because if you now search the internet, you will find lot of artificial intelligence sites. The most talked about is the Chat GPT. Uh, uh, we have using the Chat GPT for developing a program, for giving us ideas. I had used this chat. I'll just give two examples. I tried to develop one code or programming for software for my personal use. So I listed all what I need, step by step, everything. And the Chat GPT could just produce codes for me. That was a really fantastic code, and using that, I have just developed a software, which is very easy. I did not have any idea about software. Similarly, I tried to test ChatGPT. I gave him that I will be visiting Bhubaneswar for 3 days. So please give me a guided tour, a tour itinerary. So it gives a few places of Bhubaneswar. Since I belong to Bhubaneswar, I could see that it is okay, but it is not that perfect. That is not as per as my requirement. So, how much intelligent an equipment may be, it is not. It can never beat a human touch or human intelligence. So, the intelligence of any equipment will increase only contributed by the human. So whatever we feed, they will do that. But they can never think of. They can never think of it differently. And this AI services has to be restricted some fields, and this cannot take up everything, like a creativity of a human or a creativity of a scientist or a creativity of a player or creativity of an artist, that cannot be reproduced by any artificial intelligence, because that comes from our mind only. Artificial intelligence is there to help us, but it cannot replace the human mind, or it cannot replace our work. At its simplest form, artificial intelligence, we can call it, is a field which combines computer science and robot database. Means we have to enrich our database. Suppose I want to use the artificial intelligence, it should have lot of things in this memory, and it's enable it to problem solving. It is a subfield of machine learning and deep learning, which are frequently mentioned in the conjunction with artificial intelligence. That means we have lot of data that will give it in a permutation and combination. So to enter data or to supply data, to eliminate the wrong data, that has to be done by a human. That cannot be done through any machine. So human work will never be replaced by artificial intelligence. The chat GPT, about the chat GPT I was talking about, is the most talked about open source. From here we can generate lot of computer coding. Just give the direction, it is giving coding, which is very useful. But you have to give some ideas. It cannot produce ideas by itself. So by using chat GPT, we can produce codes accurately, and that has to be kept in a serious manner so that it will work perfectly. Jobs will continue to be affected by technology challenges. What we are now thinking, job or work, we can say, challenges through even more automation and artificial intelligence. We are now entering for artificial intelligence in all the fields, in all the fields. We are moving towards automation, like supermarket, for example. There we are not using many manpower, we are using small manpower. But to arrange the things in the supermarket, you imagine a shop having a medicine shop, let's say, for example, a medicine shop which has 1,000 types of medicine, and each medicine we have thousands of numbers. So that has to be kept at particular place, that has to be retrieved. That is doing it through a robot or any other means is very difficult. And if by chance a wrong medicine goes, just because of some spelling or a misunderstanding by robot, it will end the life of the patient. So whatever we do, it may be, we may use artificial intelligence, we may go ahead with a lot of things and to produce so automation, but still we need manpower. So some jobs are more likely to be automated than others. That what I was talking about. In future, lower skilled jobs like process, plant machinery, sales and custom service, elementary service, all these things is a high probability of automation. That means we are going to have more supermarkets, more sales and customer cares through automation. That means somebody will be answering you automatically, a recorded voice or something, and that will through artificial intelligence. Some plant machinery, production line, and mass productions are going to be automated, and you will be astonished to see that, know that this will be only 1 to 2% automation will come up. Whatever we have now, it will be only 1 or 2%, then not more than that. The middle skill jobs will be less automatic, like administrative and secretarial. That is now going to be automated. All the administrative and secretarial jobs, like we have now you detect to your computer, it will type for you. Now we are using that. That is going to come up very soon. So the typist will lose the job, but the typist will switch their job. They will just take the detection and type it and recorrect it and give a printout. So their job will be minimized. Their work will be minimized. So similarly, skilled traders, they are going to automate it very fast. Caring, leisure, and other leisure services like maybe some places where restaurants, all those things are going to be automated nowadays, and many of them have already become automated. But that is not the that will not affect many jobs or many work. But higher skill jobs are very less likely to be get automated, like associated professor, technical teachings, doctors, teaching of doctors, professors. They can never be automated. That will no artificial intelligence can replace a professor or any professionals like managers or directors or senior officials. Those sectors are going to remain for there for all the times to come. If you look into the what we are expecting in 2030, we need a lot of technical skill people, and many social emotional skilled people. Social emotional skilled people means like some counselors, doctors, nurses. Those skilled people we are looking lot during next few years. And higher thinking and higher reasoning skills, that will be the most required personality nowadays. Logical thinking, creativity thinking, and thinking differently, those people are highly skilled people, so are always will be in demand, and the work will always be there. So there is no need to afraid that we are going to lose our job or we are going to lose our work. The artificial intelligence will help us in generating more and more jobs or more and more work with less effort and less labor. So highly skilled people or highly thinking people is always required for our society, and will never have that job they'll never lose it. But what will be reduced? The physical and manual skills. That means we are replacing the physical skills and physical work with equipments, and to supplement, we are using artificial intelligence for that. Similarly, basic thinking and reasoning skill people, those who are not highly skilled or high thinkers or innovators, they will be less required. So during this graph shows you the hours work in billion hours. So this will be reduced. So we will be having less work, less physical work, more intelligent work. So to summarize, I'll say few people don't want to change the situation, but now we are in an age where change is inevitable. We have to change ourselves. We have to change according to the situation and according to the requirements. Do not afraid to question old assumptions. We have assumption that if you use computer, initially there was a huge cry when computer were introduced in the offices. People said we'll lose job, don't have anything, but that went away. So don't afraid to question the old assumptions and experiment with new ways of working that can lead to greater efficiency, creativity, and happiness. We should look for a work which will give you more efficiency, sorry, more creativity and more happiness. So this is the challenge we have to face in our society. Then come up with or make a resolution or make a friend with the technology. As we use technology, higher technology or magic of the technology, then definitely we will be success in our work, and we'll step up to date and will remain always up to date. If we don't march with technology or we don't accept the changes in the technology or the field which society is advancing, then we'll lag behind and we'll fall behind. And we have to ultimately work for the people, to enrich the people, and ultimately work is not just about producing goods and services, but about fulfilling human needs and desire. What our objective of our job or our work is to be fulfill the human needs and our desire, and it should be done in a efficient way and in a happier environment. uh, in the ancient time, people were being slaved and they were tortured to work, do lot of physical work. But now everything has changed. The world has changed. We have to work to fulfill our human needs and desire. But we are now at such a state that we are going for a very comfortable life. We want a very comfortable life. So we have to reduce that also, because if we are going for not doing anything and going for a very comfortable and leisure life, then our brain will become dull and our thinking will uh, go away. So to change the atmosphere, change the society, we need to work efficiently and with proper guidance. And now we have to empower our workers to be their best selves and create a workplace that is inclusive, deserve, and empowering. So it should be a society with all having everything is being created for the people, and not a hype to be detected, so that people are afraid of losing their job or having it's a wrong notion, I would say. The work will just shift from one type to another type. Nobody is going to lose or nobody is going to win. The future of work is very bright. It will be more mental and least physical, and it will be driven by technology and artificial intelligence. And as already I have discussed, it will be more service oriented. In future, we will have all the work service oriented. Most of the work will be service oriented. So service oriented people, skilled people will be the essential need of our society, and the work force will be different. There will be more intelligent, more based work, human touch work, which can never be replaced by equipment. Just think of a nurse which is talking to you, which is guiding a patient, which is helping a patient. A human touch is always necessary for recovery of any kind of patient or anything. So I'll just conclude this that the future of work is very bright, and it will be more mental in future. It will be least physical, and it will be driven by technology and artificial intelligence only. Thank you for listening me. I can just answer some few questions if you want, or we can discuss a few one or two questions. I think I am within the time. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Patnaik, for a very informative and comprehensive talk on future of work. I was also enlightened in many ways. So definitely we'll be taking few questions if the audience has those questions. I have a not a doubt actually. In every period, you see this conflict is there between technology and the ancient practices, and which can be very nicely illustrated in Maguniro Sogoro, as you know, by that Godavari's Mahapatra's story, that how the bullock cart, when the kings they brought a boss, how Maguni did not able to adapt to the circumstances, and in the process he perished. So my point is that definitely this future of work, which will be technologically driven, and people will be the work will be more mental, less physical. But definitely, it will also make many people rooted out, in the sense that those who have earlier practices, like suppose in Calcutta, there were hand driven these rickshaws, and gradually the tram, train, and the rickshaws came. So these either they have changed their work. I did not have data. So what happened when a technology changed? What happened to these people? So how a balance can be a balance can be worked out. Definitely, when we are talking about these kind of things, we have got intelligent already people who have the resources, and who are born with the golden spoon. But what about the other human beings who will not be able to adapt? In that case, do you think a government or some other agency must come into picture, or what kind of training should be done for their upscaling or changing the skill? This is a very important questions which must we must take into account. That is what I understand
Uh,
from this lecture.
yes,
Uh,
I just want to add what you said. Definitely, the government is now in focus. A lot of now you can see that we are giving emphasis on skill development, that and vocational training. The skill development and vocational training means our education pattern is now being changed. So we'll have more skilled people and vocational training, so that they can we can uplift the life of a general person or a villager who is, and this from the same field, like if we have 1 acre of land, by using technology which are not very costly. Now the technology what people government is doing, or people are innovating. You can see that in rural area also there are a lot of innovation is going on, and we call it jugaad. Indians are very famous for their local jugads. They can do lot of, they're doing actually doing lot of jugads from themselves to utilize the technology in their day-to-day life, so that they can improve their day-to-day life, and they can do work effortlessly, or less with less effort, more work and more efficiently. So that is being done at all the level, and government is also trying its best for now imparting vocational trainings, and giving developing skilled manpower. So a lot of, even state government and central government, both are emphasizing on the development of skills, like for a, like a hairdresser, they are giving some training to a hairdresser, so that they can use technology and do it more faster. Like instead of using a scissor, they are now using a motorized scissor. So similarly, everywhere, every field, like the rickshaw you are talking about of Calcutta, West Bengal, those are being now replaced with motorized rickshaws or battery rickshaws and all those things. And those people who are pulling the rickshaw, the same, may not be same set of people, but some people who are doing it with this kind of thing, so that the effort is very less. But the people are not on what the anticipation is, that because of this revolution, a lot of people will lose their job, which is not true actually. It will increase the job, but the necessity of type of job or necessity of people will be just shifted, because will not require laborious people, but will require skilled and intelligent people. So we have to cope with that, and our society and our government should always try to inculcate that from the very childhood, so that people can take up their work and their.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. And I also agree with you fully that the scope, the comforts that this future of work will offer will also bring with it the laziness. So people will get so much comfort that they will not allow their or they will make their mind not function, and the body also, the amount of physical, also little amount of physical work is also needed. So these kind of challenges will be there, and definitely, and how to be cope with all these kinds of things is also a very important questions. But overall, this is a very challenging time that we are living. Definitely, it will make anybody's life very comfortable, and that will be the blessing of the technology. But we have to be, and you are very rightly, you have pointed out that there is no substitute for human touch, because however technologically advanced we may be. Now, I think if anybody has any questions, you can ask to the speaker. Either you can raise your hand so the admin can unmute you and you can ask your questions, or if you can write it in the chat box also if you have got questions. Anybody, if you have got your questions, please you can type in the chat box, or you can raise your hand so the admin can unmute you. If there are no more questions, then on behalf of the University Outreach Cell and the university, I am according a kind vote of thanks, and we are really grateful to the speaker for giving this valuable time and offering a wide scope of future of work from an Indian context also. And it is very, very informative, really. And so on behalf of all of you from the university, I am extremely thankful to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
calling.
Okay.